It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and it is day 1 of a 4-day phase 2 in La Jolla Bird Rock on the beach. You probably remember this project from a couple months ago when we did phase 1. So now we are going to tackle the back. We're going to do a very, very tropical installation back here. We'll be obviously keeping the Xanadu philodendrons and all of this beautiful greenery that exists here. I'm going to be adding some color. These tea plants, for example, the hot pink and purple, to just give that some pop. A lot of this area through here, we are going to add some tropical plants. I went with Cullen, and Cullen's going to be here on this phase too. Yay, you haven't seen Cullen in a while. He is doing so great with his own business. He is an artist, and I believe his art page on Instagram is Cullen Mandrayer Art, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He's a phenomenal artist, guys. And then, of course, also his landscape business, he's doing phenomenal with too. Proud mother here. But he's here to help me with this because he is the king of all things tropical. Up and inner. Here he is. Look at that, right on schedule. So, any rate, he and I went to a nursery in Vista called Devil Mountain. I was so impressed with this nursery. It is for the trade only. It's a wholesale nursery. But I got all of the beautiful variegated tropicals here, all of the big leafed plants at their establishment. Also, they have succulents. I got all those mangaves down there. So yes, I was very, very pleased with, oh yeah, and those new little aloes. That's aloe. Safari Sunrise. What a cutie, huh? It's kind of like topaz. I love that plant, and I've never seen it before. So you know me, anytime I see something I've never seen before, I'm all about it. So yeah, our client also didn't want to put pebbles or rock back here. She has a dog, and she also has grandchildren and relatives and whatnot, that little ones. So she wanted to plant ground cover and get greenery going. So I found some succulent flats at Waterwise, and then I got some Diamondia flats at Devil Mountain. The bulk of these plants that you see here are going to be going out in front. We're doing a very large tapestry in front of the fence.
Hello.
Hey, Cully, we were just talking about you. What is your art page? Cullen Mandrayer Art?
Yes, cullenmandrayer.art.
cullenmandrayer.art. Yes, awesome.
And I'm
Okay.
here
And he's here now. Right. So the guys are working so fast as always. We've got Kevin, Mel, and Miguel. And here we are taking out all of the thorium, the flax, because I just feel like we can do so much better. These big river rock are going to get repurposed in this bed. We are going to be doing some irrigation modifications and raising the soil level as needed. We took out all of this hideous senecio. It looked terrible. A lot of these agapanthus are going to be repurposed into the backyard landscape. We are going to keep the bird of paradise, but we are going to clean up the bottoms as best we can. So those will stay. We're going to cut a lot of the blooms off the agapanthus for a big vase inside. Here's another little bird. Probably fertilize those birds would be helpful. So, we are going to take this.
All the way to the end of the fence, right?
Yeah,
Or right
about to right here where the jasmine starts. But so I'm going to be leaving, all of this growth because it is really pretty and full and lush. But I will pull in some of the small boulders that we're bringing and a few other, maybe a couple of the mangaves or something tough to tie it all in. I want this to flow, and I don't want it to look like an add-on. But I didn't see the point in destroying all this plant material either when it is really healthy and pretty. So That's the plan. We're still going to pull out all of these river rock and rework them, because I do want the rock work to be very cohesive throughout the entire design, and that will really go a long way to help it look seamless. A couple of months ago, like I said, we did phase 1, which was a smaller tapestry inside. We did the raised planter there. This time we also did some pots, and Greg is going to be installing that beautiful fountain this time around. And we will be doing regular maintenance on this project, because this client really needs the help. So yeah, we'll be identifying what we put in a couple months ago that may be struggling or not happy, although from here everything looks pretty darn good. And then with all of the plants that we're bringing in on this phase, I was telling our client, I don't think you'll ever have to buy another plant. We're always going to have plenty of plants. So we're going to roll up our sleeves and tear in, and I'll catch you later. Okay, I know I'm in a different outfit. That's because yesterday afternoon we ran into, well, I wouldn't say we ran into anything. It was just a lot of demoing, and there was literally nothing to show you. So we decided that we would just wait till the end of day 2 and then do one big video so you could see progress. And here it is. We brought in a Dracaena Draco. Our client wanted something really special here at the entry. And here's the challenge. There's a weep hole right here. And Greg tracked it to the backyard where there are drains. And so all the irrigation drainage comes out right here. Not at the street, but here. So this bed was always soaking wet. Well, therefore, I had to think about how I was going to plant this out. I didn't want to put pots in here. I just didn't love that idea. So we raised the soil level with obviously with soil, right? What else are we going to raise it with? And I planted things that I think can withstand copious amounts of water because during regular irrigation periods it's not that bad, but when it rains, water also drains all the way out here. So I'm not concerned really about this area at all for the next however many months until it starts raining again at the end of this year, because it's just the beginning of June right now. But I planted the Draco, or I should say Hannah did. You'll also notice that we have the same boulders as that we used in phase 1. And we're repurposing all of her jumbo river rock as best we can. Then we are going to top dress with a smaller river rock, because she likes the round rocks. I asked you on phase 1, should we get rid of the bird of paradise or keep the birds of paradise? And you all decided that we should keep them, and so I took your advice and I did. We did clean them up quite a bit, but I'm really happy with them. I think they look great, so thank you for that, guys. We also brought in big 15-gallon aloe veras to add some more height and weight out here. And then these little agave attenuatas I actually pulled as cuttings from a stand around the corner on their property. She loves these. So we were able to pop those in. The guys basically just threw down a couple yards of soil, and then we just staged rock, and then we just immediately started planting. Because this is a very narrow bed, and I obviously don't want to raise the soil level up against the house, and we have plants that stayed in play, I didn't do a lot of dramatic mounding in this phase. And that's okay. We have a lot of interesting elevations happening with the plant material. And look, here's Cullen. Yes. So what we have out here, this is a very, very busy sidewalk. It's a corner property. We want things, it's also exposed, so we want things that are colorful, fun, tough. So we brought in a lot of crassula, a lot of cotyledon. We brought in also aloe cameronii in big 15-gallon cans that we cut up and set. We've got our undulatas, little aloe brevifolias. Yep, we got my agaves to pull in here, and then other smaller 1-gallon color from Oasis. Feel free, guys, to take off those bottom leaves of that aloe vera. See how they're flopping? We'll just take them off. This one's nice and upright. And so here's, here's a concern that our client had, because this is all their property. Keep on, keeping on. When we hit the jasmine, this area always, from the get, looked really good. I mean, very lush, very full. Where around the front there, it wasn't lush and full at all. And I didn't want to, completely deconstruct this side area. They don't see it ever anyway, but I didn't want this new install to look like an add-on. So we brought boulders and we ran them in here throughout this area as well for continuity. And we pulled, as I said, some of the agave attenuata from over there into here. So we've got plants repeating and we've got boulders repeating. All the top dressing will be the same, and I don't see an issue or a problem with that. I think no one's going to shake a stick and go, wait a minute, what's happening here? Don't see that happening. So we're really, really happy. Greg has been very, very busy. We'll go see Daddy, what he's up to over here.
Once all this gets in,
Once we get all of the foundation plants in, we can start pulling in more fillers. Yep. Just color, pops of color, the mangaves, whatever's in the back. All right. Since we were here last, this gate was installed too. Isn't this nice? Look at that. It makes the place feel a little more private, less exposed, and it also keeps the dog in the yard. Okay.
you guys can bring a few more for like those mangoes.
Whatever you want.
A little bit of extra filler.
Okay. And here's the planter that we did in phase 1. It's looking beautiful. Our pots are completely thriving.
We saw this last time.
We did? We came back here? Oh, sorry. I didn't remember we came back here. So here's Greg. Here's the fountain. Well, here's the front, or the top of the fountain here. This thing weighs so much, you guys. It is insanely heavy. But Greg dug out and installed a basin. And the client had an electrician come and get where did they end up putting the plug? Right over there? Yeah. Cool beans. And see, we have this organically laid flagstone, so Greg can go under the flagstone with the cord. And then he's going to put the fountain on a timer for him. And we're going to obviously plant out this bed around the Mediterranean fan. And we're going to do some pretty work here in this bed as well. So we just brought a few boulders back here to have for when we're ready. So yeah, that's it. Tomorrow we're going to get busy in the tropical area in the back where the jacuzzi is. Keep working out our tapestry in the front. We need to irrigate still, and then of course we have to do all of our top dressing. So until tomorrow, I wanted to remind you all too that tomorrow, Friday, will be the last day to register for my maintenance live workshop on Sunday, June 9 at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. A ton of you have registered, and I would like to see a ton more register. So go to my website at lauraeubanks.com and get your name in so that I can teach you everything that I know without feeling so rushed and fragmented in the process. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with day 1 and 2 in La Jolla Bird Rock and your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.